Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline Hogan, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how you can have a happier and healthy relationship with life values. So what is your relationship like now? If your relationship is feeling stale, lonely and disconnected, you're going to want to listen to this video. I work with couples every day that are feeling just like you. They're lonely. They don't feel like they're getting the emotional support they need from their partner. They've been in a relationship rut, or perhaps there's even been infidelity or a betrayal in some way. So trust has been lost. Every day I see couples suffering needlessly, and I think to myself, if only they'd come to me sooner, this could all be avoided. But most couples, in fact, spend perhaps 6 or 7 years before they even get along to coming to couples counselling. And perhaps that's you. By the time couples do pick up the phone, they're feeling scared, anxious, uncertain about the future, trying to make a decision about whether to stay or leave the relationship. And if going to couples counselling is even going to be worth it. But here's the thing. As I said, on average, it takes clients 6 to 7 years before they pick up the phone and come along to couples counselling. By that time, they're heavily invested in their relationships. They have a home, a life together, memories and experiences, friends, family and connections, homes and property, children. So there's a lot on the line here. So how did they get so disconnected? Let me tell you about my life values cards for relationships that are going to really help you keep your relationship on track and heading in the right direction. So continue watching if you want to feel reconnected and regain that closeness that you once shared. Remember what it was like in the beginning when you spent so much time together. You spent so much time investing in that relationship, so much time prioritising your partner, meeting their needs, meeting your needs. So excited you couldn't wait to see them and share with them everything about that's going on in your world and in your day. And you would talk for hours and hours on end. And feeling like, finally, somebody gets me. This is the one. So what happened? You lost your way. You're feeling disconnected. You're feeling like, who is this person? They're so different from me. And you've begun to see all the differences as so negative. And after all, we're all different in our own unique way. We're meant to be. So how can we use those differences just as a beginning to reconnect? Well, perhaps you could do something that I teach my clients, the assumptions of similarity. When you do see something negative in your partner, try to see some of that in yourself as well. And that will help to undo the negative sentiment override that you may have built up over time. And you see something positive in yourself, try to see a little bit of that in your partner as well. Now let's get down to it. Let's talk more about the life values, shall we? So how are the life values going to help you find your way back to your partner and both of you reconnect again? Well, first of all, I do encourage you to go and get your partner now so that they can join you in watching this video. So by identifying your top 20 marriage or relationship values, you'll easily be able to reconnect and have deeper, more meaningful conversations. Once you identify your marriage and life values together, you'll easily make better decisions and feel known by your partner and really tuned in to each other's world. feeling connected and addressing that bottom rung of the sound relationship house, knowing each other's world, as referred to by the Gottmans as love maps, and having deeper conversations that you may not have even thought to have before. Now, just as an example, recently my partner Lee and I were talking about our life values, and we picked a random card from the deck. The card that we randomly chose was assertiveness, and the conversation that flowed from there provided me with an opportunity to share a little story with Lee about something that he hadn't heard about before. And from that story flowed other things, because of course assertiveness isn't just a value in and of itself. It's so intertwined with other values as well. When I shared this story, when I reflected on that story, I discovered things for myself about assertiveness that I hadn't thought about before, and why I aspired to be more assertive myself. So some of the top benefits of the life values for couples are feeling understood. When couples uncover and explore their life values deeply, they not only find out things about themselves individually, they find out something about the other that perhaps they didn't know about before. This leads to greater understanding and much more likely to understand the decisions, choices that their partner makes. This in itself can diffuse conflict in the moment, as the partner understands already why their partner may have done something or chosen or made a decision about something. Couples get many aha moments when they're going through and discovering their top 20 life values. Number 2, feel more connected with your partner. Once you understand what your individual and your relationship life values are, you'll have more meaningful conversations, looking to explore deeply the dreams within those persons' values, the dreams that you hold and aspire to in your relationship. Number 3, vision. Identifying your vision for your relationship in the future and what you want your marriage to look like in 20 years from now. And by being aware of your life values, you can live your life more aligned with that vision for the future. What are the similarities and what are the differences in some of your values? And what may you need to compromise on so that you both get that dream of the future and develop a shared meaning towards shared goals, towards that vision for the future. And you can check out more about vision on the Vision Board Kit series. You'll find it easy to develop goals for your marriage and your relationship, short-term, medium and long-term, whether it's buying property, moving to the seaside or a tree escape. Does it mean moving to the city and living your life in alignment with your social values? I wonder what you'll discover and what changes will happen in your life when you're much more aware of what's most important for you and your partner together, and working together as a team towards the goals, toward that vision for the future. Feeling more connected, more understood, less conflict, better understanding. Guess what? Naturally happier, more motivated to achieve these goals. Number 5, happier. Of course you're going to be much happier once you've achieved these things, once you're living your life more in alignment with what's most important to you, what's most important that you want out of your marriage and your relationship. Finally feeling connected and emotionally supported by your partner as you dream the big dreams and dare to go for it. You're all in. It's effortless. You're motivated naturally you're going to be happier as you share that vision and shared meaning for the future of your marriage and your relationship. Number 6 is motivated. Of course you'll be motivated. Giving the marriage, the relationship, a new sense of purpose and direction. Making it easy for you to spring out of bed in the morning and doing that little bit extra toward that dream and that relationship goal and vision that you have. And I wonder what yours will be. Number 7, no surprise, commitment. Reignite the commitment in your relationship as you both work in a team, happier and healthier than ever before. It really does become that happily ever after that you've always been seeking but never been able to achieve before. Number 8, trust. Rebuild trust and connection in your relationship. Finding shared meaning, spending time together, feeling motivated, building that connection with consistency each and every day over a period of time greatly strengthens the trust in your relationship and commitment, and enjoy a new relationship built on trust, love and respect. Okay, so let's take a deeper look at how life values can help you connect with your partner and different ways you can use the cards. Discovering your most important life values can really help you guys to really get to know each other at a deeper level and connect again and start having conversations about something interesting and important to you. And I have to wonder what stories that you haven't shared with your partner before. So get to know each other at a deeper level. Have fun conversations focused on getting to know each other again, a bit like dating. The life values cards will also help to fuse in conflict as you begin to grow together and develop a deeper understanding through shared stories, as I talked about before. You'll find a greater understanding and you'll have greater awareness of the things that are most important to your partner and to you. And of course there'll be similarities and differences. That's natural and that's normal. And it doesn't mean it's a negative thing. It's just different. The more that you can understand and accept the differences, the stronger your relationship will be. The more that you understand the meaning behind your partner, why they do what they do, the less likely you are to become frustrated or full of resentment or anger with your partner, lessening the likelihood of arguments in the first place. So enjoy some more peace and fun in your relationship. Talk freely about the differences. How else can life values cards help you? Well, not only will you understand your partner more, you'll understand yourself more. You'll see it in how it's demonstrated in their day-to-day life, in your day-to-day life. And guess what? It doesn't end there. You'll see it in your kids, in your family members, in colleagues. Guess what? You're less likely to get as frustrated with them as well. You're much more likely to be more tolerant, understanding, and accept people just the way they are. Look for ways, becoming curious, to understand what somebody's life values might be. What's driving that behaviour that you're seeing them do? Where is that frustration coming from within you? It says more about you than it actually does them. And perhaps you could try journaling about that. When you're becoming more curious about choices people make, about life values, about why people do what they do, and really unpacking that, rather than getting bogged down in the frustration because they're somehow different from you, instead of going down that negative neural spiralling pathway, your brain's going to stay up here, much more balanced and happier, increasing positivity, being in gratitude and curiosity, reinforcing that positivity, just being happier. So look for opportunities for when you start to feel a bit prickly. What's going on? Who's done what? And unpack that a little bit further with your life values cards. Flow. Imagine living your life more in flow, feeling more enriched, content. I love it when couples come to me, and one of the second questions that I ask them when they come in here for their initial consultation is, what do you want? What do you want to achieve in couples counselling? And a lot of people will say, I just want to be happier. Some people will say, contentment. But what does that really look like? It's a great word, but what does it mean for you? And how can you live your life more aligned with your life values so that you are just naturally in flow and it feels good? Life purpose and focus. Once you identify the things that are most important for you and your partner, discover a way that you can unpack more deeply now the path that's right for you. So what is your true life purpose? What is going to give you that sense of fulfillment? Well, you're not going to know that if you don't know what your life values are. Discover that resilience, that grit and determination to achieve that dream that you've always wanted to. Have the resilience to really kickstart something, be motivated and live your life on track to achieve that, knowing why that's so important, why the values are so important to you. Where do those life values come from? What are the beliefs about that? Legacy. Leave the world a better place just because you participated in your life more aligned with your life values, making you happier, your relationship happier, your family, your kids much happier, enjoying life and sharing that happiness throughout the world. A lot of clients come to me and say, I always have trouble making decisions. I just can't decide. I feel stuck. Well, guess what? When you live your life more aligned with your life values and you're focused on those, naturally, automatically, each and every day, you'll soon be making quick, easy decisions because you just know what's most important here. You'll trust your decision making, knowing that this decision is right for you. You'll increase your confidence and self-esteem, knowing that you can trust yourself to make good decisions that are just right for you and your relationship. Stop wasting money on pointless things for immediate gain. Play the long-term game. What's most important to you? Do you really need another pair of shoes? Let others see the authentic you. Let others see the real you. Be who you authentically are and love yourself enough to live every day in alignment with who you naturally are. A life on purpose each and every day. Focus. Focusing on values. Guess what? You're going to notice them everywhere. Organisations, they may even have them written up on the wall. But do they really treat their people in that organisation in alignment with the values? I wonder what your workplace is like and whether you're living life at work in alignment with your values. Is there a match between your personal and relationship values and the organisation that you work in and their values? Are you being true and respecting yourself by working in misalignment with your values? What about health? Other relationships, your emotions, your beliefs, the environment you live in and work in, your thoughts, your principles, reflections on your childhood, perhaps in your family, the legacy that you wish to leave, your personality, your relationship with time, balance, and your core identity are all underpinned by your authentic life values. So explore where they're turning up and how you're living your life in alignment with what's most important for you. Raise your self-awareness, reflect on your past, perhaps do some journaling. Ask lots of questions and really seek to understand and explore more deeply. Challenge yourself to find out something you didn't know before. Even if you have been together for 40 years, I bet that you'll find out something about your partner by exploring life values more deeply. Visit the website for more information and download the Life Values Workbook. Making changes in life. Discover the areas that are in misalignment as you discover your life values further and more deeply and what's most important to you. What areas need a little bit of a tweak in your life? Aspire to your moving towards life values. And discover in which ways that you can influence others and lead and be a good role model, perhaps for your children, at work. Further questions to ponder. What new boundaries might you set in alignment, moving toward your life values? How will you make your relationship better? Is there something that you may cut out or stop doing? How will you show up in the world authentically? What beliefs will you let go of? How is your environment affecting your relationship towards your life values? So what are you going to step up and take responsibility for now? Download the free workbook. Get your life values card deck at jacquelinehogan.com. Learn, explore, discover, be inspired and have fun. Create your vision board. Set your intention with goals and plans and take action today. Visit jacquelinehogan.com or email me at info@jacquelinehogan.com. Thanks for watching.